Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. City Skylines, Part 11. I hope everybody's doing well today. Lots to show you, including stats that I think you might be impressed with. So let's dig right on in here. First of all, I need to show you, because I forgot in the last video, I had mentioned that I wanted to extend the tram, and I did. So instead of it just going around this here, I sent it all the way down this road. So it stops in front of the amusement park where the metro and the bus lines are. And it comes around this parking structure, but there's a stop here for people who want to go to the zoo. And then it just comes back around. So I did get that done. So the metro is in. And here I had noticed, I don't believe I even showed it on any videos, but I had noticed that we were not getting any visitors to our zoo. They were managing to get in, but very few numbers. And there was hardly anybody walking around. I do believe I forgot to turn the game on. Sorry about that. So I sat here for a minute and I watched. We had a little road that went like this. It was a T. And this was a right directly. So here's you come on, and there was a little one here and a little one here, and this guy sat right dead center. And the cars were turning in here and disappearing. Or they were coming through here going like this and leaving. But they couldn't, they were always disappearing. So I picked this up and I plunked it back down. It landed in a very nasty spot like it always does. But that was all it took. I had used M, move it, to manipulate it, and I guess I didn't do a good job. So I had to shift all of this over to get it to line up with this path. But you can tell it's working now. Everybody's coming in here. And I do not recall, well, I don't think I did. I did mention that I wanted to take this road and bring it along the back here. So I hooked it up to our little curlicue thing. It's not a roundabout, it's just a oval turnaround. I hooked up a dirt road here, and I did bring it into our fishing piers, fishing cabins for the nature reserve. And it stops right, oh, what's this? Why is my land so shiny all of a sudden? What is this? Oh, is it raining? Oh, it's raining. Okay. Anyway, so I did get that fixed. Traffic is much better through here. And these are being utilized. See, you can see the people out here fishing. Boy, I'd love to do that. So I took care of that. I got rid of the road that was inside here. I just didn't want it. I know there are roads through nature reserves. I know there are. But I couldn't understand why the traffic was using it the way they were. So what you're looking at through here is all paths. We didn't need the highway exit ramp anymore, so I got rid of that. I did smooth this out a little bit better. Not too much better. But, you know, it's an improvement. And then I had to move this. So if you will recall, it used to sit this way, and I just turned it off to the side so that we could get a little roundabout in here for buses. There's a stop here and a stop here, and it's being overutilized. So I just shifted this off to the side, and now everything works absolutely beautifully. I actually banned cars. They can park, but I banned it, I think, on this road and this road. So no more cars, and they're all hanging out here. This is what they do. I don't know why. So those were the things I said I wanted to fix, and I did. I also spent several hours revamping my lines, bus, metro, and train. Well, train is pretty much on its own. But I hope I did a better job. I got rid of some buses that weren't necessary, so not all of my lines are at 100% is all I'm saying, because there just wasn't that much of a demand for it. Now coming over here, we had the big issue with the traffic snarl. So I moved everybody. I put a little road in here for our garbage. And this is a warehouse with commercial goods or factory, unique factory, I don't know. Fire station, police. This is our jail, and that's a medical center. So I popped a roundabout in here, and as you can tell, traffic is, I'm not going to say cleared up, but it's a lot better because I also put one here. And it seems to have done the trick. So while we still act like dorks here, there's nothing I can do about that. They just, they stop, whether you tell them to or not. And hardly anyone is using this off-ramp. They prefer coming in here and going this way. I still don't know why. But I think it cleared up nicely. I like the way it looks. And then, I don't know if I showed you this or not. I'm so sorry. It's been a couple days. But I finally got a roundabout in here. And this looks a lot better. I hope you think so. Not half as bad as it used to be. I tried so many times to get the kink out of there, and every time I did, this messed up really bad. I don't have that one mod that all of the pros use because it's intimidating for me, so I just don't want to bother with it. Network anarchy or something. Scary. So yeah, I think traffic is improving. There is still a time traffic light here, but it worked. This was really horrible, and now it's just completely through. So I think those were all the road fixes that I had. And then I came over here and I just started working. So remember I said I wanted to rework the land? This was my decision. Oh, I've got day and night on. Sorry. So this was my decision, and I'm not unhappy with it. I hid our garbage back in this way because we were having a lot of garbage issues. So I hid the garbage back in here, and I started here, worked my way over here, and then I ended last night right here. Oh, and by the way, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting to mention I'm back to my old Yeti microphone. I've got a problem with my Samson that I need to work on. So we're gonna have to wait until sunrise. So I guess we could go down some of these roads. Maybe I could show you. So this was the last thing I worked on, and I have offices where they're needed for noise, dark blue commercial, and a majority of this is dark green. They have schools and all of their services are here. Lots of places to walk. But what I really wanted to show you, yeah, all of this in here is dark green. I installed my very first tram. No, what is it called? The one where it's above the roads and it just goes on a track. I don't know what it's called, but I installed one of those over here somewhere. That intimidated me as well. I was always afraid to use that because I'm like, I'm gonna screw this up. Tracks are gonna be all wrong. Everything's gonna get messed up. It just seemed like a really tough thing to use, so I didn't want to do it. But I bit the bullet yesterday and I installed one, and it seems to be working fine. I just wish I could remember what they're called. It's not a trolley, and it's not a tram, it's not a metro. Yeah, this is our garbage area, so we'll turn here. Sorry. I stink at this. And then we'll go up the road to our new neighborhood. Well, all of this is new. Not unhappy with the way it turned out, and I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised that it filled in as swiftly as it had. I was not expecting that. Here it is! What is it called? Oh my gosh, I just cannot think of the name. But it's working and people are using it. I was so afraid to do this. And then I did it wrong too. I had no idea. I put the one in with the street where it begins. It was on a street. And then I tried to put the ones off to the side here that didn't have the road because I didn't think I could fit them on the roads that were already here. And then I had to take the tracks off, and I lost so much business doing that. And then I'm like, you dummy. All you have to do is remove the road and plunk the one with this thing down, and ta-da! It goes in a loop. It's not a big one. I just wish I could remember what they're called. But yeah, see, people are using it, so I did an okay job. But I suppose we could follow it. Wait until daytime. Anyway, about my microphone, it's right here in front of my face. And I've been playing with it all morning, trying to get the perfect sound, I guess you could say. And I don't know. I think it's going to pick up just as much as the other one did. You know what? We're just going to go on a sideways trip here. Whatever. Comes through here, and then it goes, yeah, this is where I started it. Right here at the edge. And it seems to be popular. And there's plenty of ways for the folks to get back and forth. I wish they did come. Okay, thanks, building. They did come in, yay. I bumped this way up high. The night lights. The aurora. Okay, here we go. Old city. New city. So these guys are connected here several different ways, including bus lines and a metro. I put a metro in where you just saw that other one. I don't think I'm going to remember what it's called. Gosh, it's been so long since I've seen my city at nighttime, huh? I kind of like the way this turned out. I wonder what you guys think, if it's a good one or a bad one. You remember how it went underneath the dirt? So I just lifted it all up. I went way out and I picked a height that I thought would be good. You know what? We're just going to go like this, okay? And then you can see it fairly well. So in here is light green, and then we're rung by office and commercial with a mix of dark and light blue. But there's no dark green in here. All of the dark green is out this way. And then this, I believe, is a commercial. I called it commercial zone. I really like the way it came out. I hope you guys do too. So they have their elementary and their high school right in here. And then we had put the university here a long time ago with the library and some parking. So they have all of their education. And then this is dark green, dark blue, and office. And over here is our shopping across this road. I plunked down more of my unique buildings, and they're all in the form of shopping. I even have that shopping plaza. This Christmas one is so cute. I did have to rework a few things because of this, whatever it's called. This is an asset. It's a JCPenney. And I got quite a few. JCPenney, Macy's. I think there's a Kohl's. They're just big anchor stores that you would find at malls. Even though a majority of them are now out of business and defunct. But that's beside the point. So we have this one, this one, this one, this one here. They're dotted. I've got one over here. And then just dark blue and light blue commercial. And I gave it a specialized zone, but I can't quite remember what it's called. This is the sunken shopping plaza here. I suppose I could change that out because I'm not a fan of this particular pattern. And then we come across the street again, and we are in, this is what we were looking at earlier, and it is all, well, we have the offices blocking the noisy road, business, and then all green in this area across this road here. So I'm not unhappy with it, but it gave a major boost to our population. And I'm, again, very stunned at how quickly it filled out. I thought we were going to be waiting on this forever, especially back here. So yeah, this is what they look at in the daytime. And I don't think it looks too bad. It's not the greatest because I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. here's my thoughts. There are some more factories that I have not placed in, along with the more unique buildings. And a lot of them are like electronic type things. Car factory, electric car factory, these scientific-y like buildings. Maybe we could boost our ore area with those here, and perhaps, oh, I don't know, maybe well, nah, so I was gonna say put more people in here, but that doesn't make sense. I thought that would be a good idea, but now that I'm looking at these roads and all these train tracks are crazy. Don't know if that's a good idea. I'm feeling sorry for ore. It's off here on its own, hidden behind a hill, and maybe I could lower this bit over here, put the factories in on the other side of the rail, get some housing in along here, and just ignore this. Yeah, okay, why don't we do that? Or we could put our factories in this area near the water and the tracks. Nope, because the tracks are on this side. So this is where the people would live who would work in these areas. And then over here I would just have to flatten. Doggone it, if I hit my mic again, I'm going to cry. This area in here would have to be flattened out a bit to get those factories in there, because they're huge and there's quite a few of them. Here, I ended up going back to the workshop. So we have an official Capitol building. I'm so sorry. Kansas City, is that what this is? And then it came with 2 annexes, and I didn't quite know how they worked. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one. I don't know why it's there, but maybe it goes on top, and I just don't know. Probably for Rico, which I don't have. But we do have a Capitol building now, so there's this, and then this is the tax office. And this is supposed to be the Capitol building, I think. Government offices or something. I do not understand, and I know I've mentioned it before, but I'll put a graphic up. I just don't get how you can say unlock all in the game, and yet it won't let you unlock all in the game. I don't know how that works. I don't believe I showed you this either, so sorry. I've added several roads here. I'm going to rework our farm and maybe our oil at some point. But I've added more ways for these guys to get through and around. So this has a roundabout and a way through here. Several ways through. And you'll notice it has cleared up quite a bit. It looks not half as bad. Or maybe it hasn't. Well, they're getting through here, and that was where things were coming up. There's just tons of people using this cargo station, and there's not much I can do about it. Now, I did fill this in, so I made more lumpy, bumpy hillside and trees. My computer does not like this. The more trees I plunk down, the worse my computer gets, so I've got to be quick with these videos. Here we go. I actually added another neighborhood. And this filled in as well, surprisingly. Now these are schools out. We are lined with offices and commercial. And these are just light green. We got grandma and grandpa. We have the child care and all their services. There's 2 forms of death care. And they immediately filled in. All of these guys have the bike trail, the bike lanes, bike roads, whatever, and they are using them. But every single one of these districts has the encourage biking, and I hope that helps with our traffic. Okay, so we're going to come out of here. Yeah, we're up to 109,000. I'm very surprised that it worked. But this, it disappeared once, I believe, and then it kind of came back, so that's good. And we are making money again. I'm going to show you this first because I always tend to forget it. City attractiveness went up. That's a good thing. Population obviously went up. Buildings still aren't though. The average is still at 4 for housing. But I guess that's okay. I don't know. Okay, traffic. Haven't got a clue. I don't even remember what it was yesterday. I was so concentrating on this. 83. Well, I mentioned having gone through the bus lanes and lines, whatever, metro, and the busiest bus stations are in this area right here. There were over 3,000 people waiting for a bus on this side. 3,000 of them. And all it does is ring this area coming up to the metro and the train line here. Oh, you'll notice too, I'm so sorry. This was really bad. It still looks kind of nasty. So I reworked some of the buildings that I had put in here and I gave them an extra way around. And that really helped. So traffic is okay. Well, it's going down. But where I made my fixes, I think looks a little bit better. You have to agree, it's not as dark red as it was, right? In here, and over here especially. This is the worst. But didn't we also have a really bad one here? Yeah. I don't know what is happening here, but my guys going to the harbor, it's just getting worse and worse. So I don't know, not sure what I should do about this. But there's so many of them. And they are just going in a circle and coming out. So there's not too much I can do about that. Well, now it's up to 83 again. And then this is always going to look bad. But I think the roundabout helped. I really think it did. Some of you may notice I had to rework a few things here. I wasn't happy with how high this road was off the ground. So I moved these guys into different positions because this guy's just too big and he can dig into that hill. I just didn't want him digging against the road. All right, and then what else do we need to look at? This is very important to me. 10%. Okay, it's supposed to be at 8, but I think it either went down for you guys or up for me. I don't remember. So that's not bad. And then land value. Everywhere that I built seems to be doing okay. This is all business and office to hide the noise. And then our services are here. But yeah, it looks all right. But I want to come back in here. My farm, I think we could do so much more with all of this land. So I want to look into maybe getting more crops and more fruit. Maybe a bit more animals, I don't know. Might not have the room that I seem to think we have. I don't know. Not the last time I mentioned it, because of the fact that the unique buildings are not unlocking when I'm asking them to. I had to plunk, this is the cruise lines and this is that Colossus thing. I had to plunk them down in order to get some of the buildings unlocked for this area. And you will notice that this came back. I had an issue with all of the buildings looking weird, so I only gave it, oh boy, I'm not going to remember again. But that one, can't remember what it's called. I only gave it to this area and then everybody else is just do your own thing, and I love the way it turned out. This looks more like a capital city to me. And then you got your education in the center here. I like it. I hope you guys do too. And then down here we had those piers to look out at. I know we need to connect this island to this section to this section. And I had mentioned in the last video that I don't know how I'm going to do it, but especially because of this. I mean, there's no problem with me moving this cargo. But where? I don't want to think about it while I'm doing a video. But yes, I am aware that we need better connections. And this is our fun island here. It's doing very, very well. But gosh, I love the way this looks at night. Our tourism spot here. So pretty. This hasn't picked up too much though. It's just not as popular as I thought it would be. We're at night again and we gotta go back over to our new area. And I did say I was gonna come here and I ended up going back here anyway. But I think we're gonna stop. I gave them roads. This one does go underneath the railroad track and this little hill here because I'm going to lift it up probably from about here to here. So from the train tracks around here, we'll have maybe some stuff. And then inside here, we will definitely have some stuff. These 3 islands, I don't know yet. I get ideas and then I think, oh, that sounds so hokey. That sounds so, I don't know. I think I know and then I don't. And I did not get to the beautification in here yet, but I will. And you know, I still can't think of the name of this thing. What are you called? Monorail. Thank you. It's monorail. Okay. Yeah, see, so it's getting used. And it only covers our shopping district. So I have the line coming through here. It comes around and it just goes right back. But there are several crossings for pedestrians on either side. I put the bus right here and then there's a metro right here somewhere. That is everything I have done so far, and I do hope you guys are impressed with the way things are moving along, because I certainly am. This is the first time, and oh boy, I'm going to jinx it, but this is the first time since I started trying to play this game that things have actually worked out. And I've had no major issues, no major snafus, no major breaks, no major... And certainly not bankruptcy. I will never let myself go bankrupt again. Because I think we would have the amount of money that we keep losing. Thank you ever so much for sticking with me to the end. I hope you enjoyed this. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves. Have an absolutely fabulous day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.